Now, the difference in news and information in Arkansas. This is THV 11 This Morning.
And on this Consumer Tuesday, why it's so critical to review your plan beneficiaries. Eric Hutchinson, president of Hutchinson Financial, is here with a surprising fact to share with us this morning. Eric, hello, welcome to you.
Well, thank you.
We appreciate your time. Tell us first of all about this recent article, a startling fact from Investment News concerning benefits and also many people not actually putting their beneficiary there on the list.
Well, beneficiary designations on retirement accounts are very important. And every kind of retirement account needs to have a beneficiary designation on file. So if it's an IRA account, you need it on file with the custodian. If it's a 401k account with your employer, it needs to be on file with the employer and the custodian of that account.
How often is this not happening? How often are we seeing people make this mistake?
It happens. What happens more frequently is they make a designation and then they forget about it. They don't look at it and review it periodically. And we find it all the time with people who have a beneficiary designation and it's naming the ex-spouse. It's naming a deceased person.
So they're not keeping it up to date.
They're not keeping it up to date, exactly.
How often would you recommend someone going back and checking on it to review this information?
At least every couple of 2 or 3 years.
And is this a difficult process to be able to change it?
Very easy. All you have to do is ask to look at what the beneficiary designation is. If it needs to be changed, you just simply get the form, fill out the form, and turn it in. It's very simple.
I can imagine there's also times where it might not be an ex or it might be a family member, a broken relationship of somebody that you have on that you don't want them listed as that.
Exactly. But if we're not paying attention to those things, it can get a little moldy over time.
Are people just not educated on the proper way to do this? Is that the main issue that we're seeing here? Very
often. Also with retirement accounts, it's important to know that the way the tax laws are structured, it's pretty important to have a living person as a beneficiary. Sometimes people will name a trust as a beneficiary, and if that's not done properly, it can cause some tax issues that they might not realize.
Let's talk about that.
Okay.
Say, for instance, someone has somebody on their beneficiary that they don't want.
Right.
And
well,
the next step?
The next step would be simply to change the beneficiary form and get it turned into the proper custodian.
I can imagine that there's times where it's too late.
Yes.
And then what happens?
Well, then the beneficiary designation that was on file at the time the person passed, that's what stands, period.
No going back and changing it?
No.
Does that happen a lot?
Hopefully not too often, but yes, it does happen.
Okay, so we need to get educated. Eric Hutchinson, good to see you as always. Thank you much. We greatly appreciate your time this morning. And you can learn more details about this. We have more information posted on our website, THV11.com.